The only reason I wanted to release this vlog is so I could play some Christmas music from Epidemic Sound. So I've not managed to get out in the field or on location anywhere to record a vlog before Christmas, unfortunately. Just run up to Christmas, lots going on. But I thought what I'd do is I would just release this quick vlog, mainly just to wish everybody a happy Christmas, but also just to share a bit about what's going on with my channel next year, some things I want to do more of next year, and some developments that are coming up. And also, I guess just to, I know a lot of people have done it, but I've done a calendar. I'm not selling it, don't worry. It's not going to go out there on my website for sale. It's purely just for family and friends. But what I thought I'd do is, because the images I've chosen in this calendar are clearly, to me, the ones I've enjoyed taking and therefore enjoyed to share in a calendar for family and friends. So very quickly, I just thought I'd take you through some of these images just to show you the ones and the reasons why I like them good enough to put into a calendar. So January starts actually in January 2019, this year, where I was at Wicken Fen for the first time shooting the wind pump. Really nice frosty morning, got some great conditions there, very similar to what we had recently, and I managed to get this really nice sunrise image of the wind pump with the boardwalk leading through. Bit of an iconic image, but I think it's really nice, and I just like the light really, and the fact you've got quite a nice balanced composition with the sun off to the left hand side. The boardwalk does lead you towards the sun rather than towards the wind pump, and the wind pump on the right hand side. So yeah, I really like that image. So yeah, that was January. February's into Woodwalton Fen. When I went there, that was a really foggy morning actually, really great morning, that one in the Fen. This was one I took just along one of the tracks, and it was of the lovely silver birch trees on the left hand side with the fog still hanging around, and the path leading into nowhere, balanced with some reeds on the right hand side. I really like this. I like the composition. I just like everything about it. I think it's just a really nice atmospheric image. March is actually back at where I started my channel in St Peter Scott Lighthouse near Sutton Bridge. Again, very lucky with the sunrise. Thanks, Les. My wife. Again, really lucky with the sunrise on this one. Got a cracking sky to go with the sunrise, and yeah, it was a nice morning and a good set of shots really to help present that vlog, which was shot with the intention of just celebrating my first year of vlogging, which was in September this year. Yeah, so the May image goes actually back to 2018 when I was at Rutland Water at the Normanton Church. Again, this was a sunset. Managed to get some beautiful light for this sunset, really did. And if you watch that vlog, you'll see me get quite excited about the sky turning that night. And I took loads of images, and this particular one was one of my favourites that I took that night. But I need to get back to Normanton. I've not been back there for a while. I don't think I'll get as good a conditions as I got that sunset, but you never know. But yeah, this is a really nice image I'm happy with of Normanton Church. June is then Thornham, with what I called the lifeboat loads of times, but of course there might actually be a lifeboat in front of it. The building in the back is the coal shed. It's the iconic shot of Thornham. Really liked the image actually. I think it's a bit of a crowd pleaser. Colours are really nice. The light at sunrise was beautiful, shining up against the side of the coal shed. And yeah, that was another great morning. I met up with Darren that morning, and really nice morning. I think that was in the summer. I remember wearing shorts on that vlog, and turning up at 5 o'clock in the morning in shorts probably wasn't the best idea. But anyway, great morning, and yeah, I quite like that shot. That's quite nice. We then move into July with a shot of Holcombe Beach, and this is when I did my walk from Holcombe to Wells, and this was one I shot on the way back to Holcombe just as the sun was trying to set behind those clouds in the background. It was actually a really strong light I had on this image, and that's why I've cut the sun off at the top. But I think the image works quite well because it just emphasises the light on the marram grasses and the sand in front. And you can see where the light source is. You can clearly see it's coming directly from the sun, but it didn't necessarily need the bright sun blown out in the image. So I think that this one works quite well, and you've got some nice dramatic stormy skies in the background. So yeah, I quite like this one as well. This was at Holcombe in North Norfolk. August is at Hardwater Mill, again where I was out with Gary and Scott Hughes. And we had a really nice evening at Hardwater Mill. We got lucky again with the sky that night. It was a sky that created a natural frame for the images, and it was absolutely stunning. It really was. We got some nice light at sunset, but I think the sky made the images, to be fair. So yeah, really happy with this shot at Hardwater Mill. And actually the next shot in September was also taken that evening, and it was a bit of a grab shot actually at the time. I was with Scott just trying to find a composition, and I took this shot, and the reason I took the shot was I quite liked the way the light was shining on the tree trunk, on the big tree on the left hand side, and then just on the grasses at the front. And when I processed the image, I really liked it. Compositionally, I think it works really well. You know, the foreground with the reeds, with the light hitting the top of them, the big tree on the left balances the composition quite well. And again, you've got some nice side light on those tree trunks, and then the river just leading you round to the right hand side, and again a nice sky, the same sky that evening. So yeah, it's just a nice balanced image, and it was good enough to make my calendar. October, this is probably one of my favourite images. This wasn't a vlog that I recorded for this one. I went out with the intention of recording one. I just couldn't find anything at all. This is at Houghton Meadows, near Houghton Mill in Huntingdon, Cambridgeshire. And this was, again, one late August, September evening, and the light all of a sudden just came for an hour or so just before sunset, and it was absolutely beautiful. And managed to find this location here, just off the river, with the tree and this lovely sort of arch of the reeds coming through, leading you up to the tree, and beautiful side light, really nice evening side light on those reeds and that tree. And I think, yeah, I just really like the shot. I think the composition works. You've got some lovely leading lines through to that tree, some nice light interest in the foreground. The sky is nice and moody with a little bit of colour in it. And of course, yeah, the light is just fantastic. So yeah, I really like this image, really nice shot, and that made October. And then November is probably, well, the November image anyway, is probably my favourite of the year, and it's the one that made the front of the calendar. This was when I was at Thetford Forest with Gary. We were hoping to get some sort of early morning mist, but we didn't get it. But what we did get was some really nice light coming through the trees on this visit. Beautiful. And this particular shot here was a composition I spotted, leading you through to the back of the trees where there was a bit of light going on. There was a few ferns on the foreground that were lit nicely, that sort of popped up and led your way through, and the light was hitting the trees on the right hand side, on the left hand side, again leading your eye through to the back of this scene. And yeah, I think this is probably my favourite that I've taken this year. And one of the reasons I think that is because I've really started to enjoy woodland images this year. I've started to get out more to take woodland now. In the east, you've got the coast at Norfolk, and you've got the fens themselves. But where you can explore a bit more in different conditions, and it's not restricted to sunlight, to sunrise and sunset, is woodland. And we've got a few nice woodlands around here, and I really enjoyed getting out into those woodlands this year. Holme Fen, Woodwalton Fen, Thetford, and I wanted to try and do more of that next year, because I'm really enjoying the woodland photography and starting to take a few more images that are a little bit more abstract, a bit different, and yeah, just playing and practicing and learning more and more about woodland photography. I actually quite enjoy it. So yeah, this is my favourite of the year, the Thetford image. And the one I finished on was the nice winter scene at Wicken Fen. Again, this was the first time I came where we did find the conic ponies at Wicken. Lovely sort of balanced shot, this, with the tree on the right hand side, the ponies on the left hand side, and the frosted reeds in the foreground. Just thought it was a nice winter scene to add for December. So yeah, it's been a really nice year for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed getting out. I think one of the things that I've enjoyed most about this year is just meeting up with other vloggers and subscribers, and that have now become good friends of mine. And that to me is just part of what vlogging is about. It's the community, getting out, meeting up with fellow photographers, so you can, you know, share a morning or an evening out, and yeah, just having a good time, as well as coming back with some nice images. So yeah, as we head into Christmas and the New Year, I've got another trip planned between Christmas and New Year, so look out for that one. I shall probably be releasing that, might be before the end of the new year, depends on how I get on. And then I've got some other stuff planned in January. I'll be going to the UTOGS meetup, I think is in February. UTOGS is a Facebook group that there's probably a lot of you watching this channel are subscribed to, but if you're not, head across to UTOGS. A really nice community of people on there, and yeah, we have some good fun, good laughs on there, and we're having a meetup in February, so I'll be going to that. I've got a couple of articles that are being published actually. The stuff I've done on the Fens, and if you remember, if you haven't seen it already, Simon Byrne, who created an advertising publication or travel online magazine called Explore, Discover, Shoot, took some of my images and I wrote some words for that article that was shared, and that was picked up actually by a few local magazines that quite like the content and have asked me to write and expand on the words and share some more images to publish in their magazine. So I've got some work going into a local magazine here in the village called, I think, Rather Be in Deeping, and another one for the Fens themselves. It's the Fens Mag. I'm writing an article that I've got to finish off that will hopefully be published in January or February. So yeah, really nice to share my content, share my story, and yeah, it's just, I guess it shows that people are interested in what I'm talking about and what I'm sharing. So yeah, it means quite a lot actually if I can get that out. So anyway, looking forward to that. And yeah, next year to me, continue to do more of this. I've had a fantastic year and I really want to get out more, explore more of the country, explore more of the Fens and the East, North Norfolk, places like that. Again, as I was saying, woodland is an area I want to get into, so I'm going to do more of that. So finally, all I can say is have a fantastic Christmas. Thanks for watching all of my videos and subscribing. I really hope you've enjoyed them. Look forward to bringing you along on the journey next year, but have a great time with the family and friends. Good New Year, and I will see you soon.